see a potential fight with GSP. I don't see him. He's not going to be a middleweight after this fight ever. He's taking this fight with Bisping because it's an opportunity to fight for the belt, and it's an opportunity. I think Bisping might be less dangerous than Tyron Woodley. It's an awesome opportunity for him. Big money fight. Yeah. But no, GSP's definitely not a middleweight. I work with him over at Henzo's, and I still think he could beat Bisping. But he's not the biggest guy. I really think he can make 155. I'm happy for Bisping. The guy literally would win a fight, lose a fight. He didn't have the best UFC career, but was always in there fighting good guys, but just couldn't get over the hump. And then I got hurt. He got a huge opportunity late in his career. He was never really a top contender, I don't feel like. And he went out there and made it work, man. So it shows you could be down and out. Everybody could be counting you out, and the right opportunity comes up, and you can make it work for you and accomplish your dream. So, but he also has had the 2 weirdest title fights I've ever seen. Number 14th ranked, I think Dan Henderson was, and then GSP, 3-year layoff, and he's a welterweight coming up. So I didn't see too many champions get those type of fights.
Khabib has had some trouble making the weight. I don't think he is a bigger guy than you. Maybe he gets up to the same weight, but in terms of frame and height, no way. And I've been around him, and he's a good guy, but it really just comes down to the discipline. How frustrating was that for you, a fellow guy who cuts plenty of weight, but gets on there and makes it? Was that a frustrating thing for you to watch?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I struggle as much as the next guy. I might be the similar weight. I know Ferguson gets up there big, Khabib does. James Vick's a big guy. But I put the pounds on, and I'm very lean, dude. So when I'm having to cut weight, I'm battling just as much as the next guy. And it's just, to me, I'm thinking it's always going to be painful. It's always going to hurt. Maybe he's going to go see this doctor and figure out there's something wrong with him. But at the end of the day, it's about how bad do you want it? Like, I swear to God, Brian, if I was in his position getting ready the night before to fight for the interim title and I'm 5 pounds away, I don't care how much pain I am in. I will let myself die in my bedroom before I would go to the hospital. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, when you make these drastic weight cuts, you have to have that mentality. You can't at one point ever have that be an option. You knew the job was dirty when you signed up for it. You either live by the sword or die by the sword. And if you're going to be one of these guys that's going to cut a lot of weight, which we all know is a huge portion of this roster, you pretty much, at least for myself, in my mind, it's like, I'm either going to make this weight or I'm going to die. You know what I mean? That's just it. You just have to have that mentality.
Dana, I feel like you must get tired of getting asked the question of Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, the fight if it happens. So I'm not going to ask about that one specifically. But if it happened, do you think it would open up other opportunities for crossover fights, or would that be a one-and-done type deal?
Yeah, I don't get tired of it. It's an intriguing fight, It really is intriguing. If you break the thing down and listen, everybody has their opinions, and I'm not saying who's going to win or lose, but Floyd's 40 years old. Conor's 27. Floyd has trouble with southpaws. Conor's a southpaw. Conor has, knockout power on both hands, and Floyd does not. So it's an intriguing fight. And no, I don't like the idea of it opening up a bunch of different crossover fights. But now that this thing's been talked about so big, it's all everybody wants to talk about now. And my guy is saying they want to fight that guy, and other boxers saying they want to fight this guy. No, this is going to be a one and done.
Jon was a great champion, regardless of whatever happened. So his name will always be around, regardless. He'll be known as the greatest light heavyweight of all time for sure. So it doesn't bother me. I expect it.
You kind of expect it, but there's only one problem with Anthony's answer. I think we got to stop saying regardless of what happened. We know what happened. We know exactly what he did. So when we say stuff like regardless of what happened, or we kind of don't state the facts, it's almost like we're sweeping it under the rug. We know what he did. We know the bad things that he did. We know that he tried to cheat. We know all this stuff. So it's like, I get annoyed because I'm like, why are you asking me about a guy that 3 days before we're supposed to fight, pissed hot? That's the stuff that annoys me. Not the fact that he's a good fighter. No, he's a great fighter. But you cheated. You also smashed into somebody's car and ran away. I know what you did. If everybody else wants to ignore it, they can. I'm not. You know, he got that year thing from USADA, right? And he got a year suspension. And there's this misconception that USADA believed his excuse. They did not believe his excuse. They gave him the max amount of time that they could for what he did. So it's like the defense that he didn't prove anything, but that USADA gave him the max suspension that they could give him. So to me, he's a cheater. They didn't buy that whole fertility. What was it? A fertility pill or a sex pill? They didn't
Viagra,
buy it
like
because if they bought the explanation, they would not have given him the max amount of time that they could have.
Hi, babe. I had to put on my base shades today. Because when I look left, I see you. When I look right, I see you. When I look up, I see you. When I look down, I see you. When I look all around, yeah, I go to bounce like a circle, you go to bounce everywhere, but then you come steady, I still see you. Because when I put on my base shades, you the only one I see that day. Bye, babe. And that's why you, my WCW today, I love you, babe.
Oh, my gosh.